Have you ever noticed anxiety doesn't always start as a thought? It starts as a body alarm. Tight chest, tight jaw, tight shoulders, and then your brain shows up and goes, "What's the danger?" Here's the problem. If your body is in alarm, your thoughts are just trying to narrate it. Most anxiety advice fails because it starts in the wrong place. You try to argue your way out of a body alarm. You Google, replay conversations, rehearse worst-case scenarios, then feel even more stuck. Here's a gentler frame. Anxiety isn't proof you're weak or broken. It's often your nervous system doing its job a little too loudly, like an overly sensitive smoke alarm. So instead of battling anxiety in the courtroom of thoughts, we're going to change the input. Because your brain builds meaning from signals coming from your body. Each switch takes under a minute, not to erase anxiety, just to lower the volume enough to think and speak normally. If it only helps a notch, that still counts. Because a notch is enough to choose. Do them at your desk, in your car, before a meeting, or in bed. Meditation can help, but these are for moments you need something fast. Stay for switch 5, because it's the one you can do while someone is talking to you, and it won't look like you're doing anything. All right, let's flip switch 1. Switch 1, the unclench signal, jaw and tongue reset. 30 seconds. Anxiety often shows up as jaw tension. Even if you don't feel stressed, your body can clench like it's bracing. Do this. Let your teeth separate, just a tiny gap. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, right behind your front teeth. Exhale slowly and let your shoulders drop one notch. Stay here for about 30 seconds. You'll feel your face soften, like your system finally stopped bracing. Why it can help? Jaw clench often travels with stress, so unclenching is a quick, stand-down cue for your system. Goal isn't perfect calm. Goal is 10% quieter, enough to choose your next move. Use it before you hit send, before a tough conversation, or when you notice you're grinding at night. Next one is breathing, but it breaks the advice everyone gives you. Don't start with a big inhale. Start with the break. Switch 2, the longer exhale breath. No big inhale. 40 seconds. When you're anxious, take a deep breath can backfire because your chest already feels tight. So start with the break. Inhale gently through your nose for 3 to 4 seconds. Exhale through your mouth for 5 to 7 seconds. Repeat for 4 cycles. Why it can help? Longer exhales tend to cue a parasympathetic downshift, a slowdown signal. You'll see versions of this in breathing research and clinical grounding tools. Results vary, but many people feel the intensity drop. Most people notice the shoulders drop on the second long exhale. This won't erase anxiety, it just lowers the volume enough so you can think again. Use it after a stressful text, walking into the elevator, or when your mind speeds up in bed. Now, let's do something your brain can't overthink. A clean sensory signal, 20 seconds. Switch 3, the temperature anchor, cold to neutral hands. 20 seconds. Your nervous system doesn't care if a tool looks serious. It cares about input. Run cool water over your hands for about 20 seconds. Or hold a cold drink and press it into your palms. Then return to neutral. Here's the bridge. Cold sensation is a strong, clean signal. Strong sensation is a classic grounding move. Your attention has something real to lock onto. Your brain has to process it, and that can interrupt the worry loop long enough to come back online. Cold is hard for your brain to ignore, in a good way. Use it before you walk into the room, after commuting stress, or when you feel that heat of panic rising. If your brain keeps replaying, don't debate it. Give it a pattern it can't resist following. Switch 4, bilateral rhythm, butterfly tap. 30 seconds. Cross your arms over your chest like a light hug. Tap your shoulders, left, right, at a steady rhythm for 30 seconds. Keep it gentle. Why it can help? Left-right rhythm gives your brain a simple track to follow, so it stops replaying the story for a moment. It's not about belief. It's about whether your body downshifts a notch. If you're looping, Rhythm gives your attention a rail to ride. If tapping feels too therapy-looking, tap your thighs under the table instead. Same rhythm, more stealth. Use it between meetings, in your car before walking inside, or after an awkward moment when your brain wants a replay. So far, you've used hands and breath. But what if you can't do either? Because you're mid-conversation? That's what 5 is for. Switch 5. The stealth reset. Widen your vision. 15 to 20 seconds. Anxiety tunnels attention, so we widen the lens. Keep your head still. Soften your focus like you're looking through the person, not at them. Notice your peripheral vision. Left edge, right edge, top edge. Silently name 3 shapes you can see. That's it. 15 to 20 seconds? It's like zooming out on a camera. Your brain stops feeling cornered. Why it can help? Threat responses often narrow attention. Widening your field can act like a subtle safety cue. We can see the room. Use it in interviews, on dates, or anytime you feel socially on the spot. All right, here's how to make this actually work. These switches work best when you practice them before you're in a full spiral. Pick one and rehearse it once a day for a week, when you're already okay. Then, when anxiety shows up, your brain doesn't have to learn it in the moment. A simple plan. Body tight? Switch 1. Mind racing? Switch 2. Overheated stress? Switch 3. Emotion surge? Switch 4. Social anxiety? Switch 5. Comment the number you'll test first. Then run it once today, before you actually need it. That's how your nervous system learns it's safe enough. Quick note, this is educational only, not a substitute for care. If you're dealing with panic attacks, trauma symptoms, or a health condition, it's always okay to get professional support. For more science-backed habits that make adulthood easier, energy, focus, mood, relationships, subscribe. Your nervous system is learnable, and you don't have to fight it alone.